Hello, hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Sorry for the wait. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we got it. We got it now. But before we start, guys, well, I'm definitely not George. Don't worry, George is coming. You get me for a couple minutes. So before we start, guys, I want to see where you guys are connecting from, and I want to see how many people you taking to the games. So tell me country, place, and how many people you already have for your team, or how many people you're bringing. I want to see. I want to read it. By the way, we have translation. Tenemos traducción, guys. Okay, so we got San Antonio, Texas, Miami, PR, Canada, Detroit. So somebody here has 22. You got 22? You know, it's a 10 person team, right? You're gonna have two teams. Okay, so for India. Who's coming from India, by the way? Let me see what else we got. What else we got? Malaysia, Puerto Rico. 3. What else? What else? Show me. Show me. I want to see more. I want to see more. That way we give time for people to connect. Ohio, Canada, to Australia. Whoo! Is somebody coming from Australia? Please let me know if you're coming from Australia. 10 people from India, South India. By the way, have you guys thought about the name for your teams yet? Do you guys have names and stuff or not yet? Bangalore, Australia. Damn, somebody's coming from Australia. That's amazing. What else? What else? Sydney, Canada, Chile. Damn, so many people, guys. This is gonna be an amazing event. Let me tell you. I haven't been to one of the games yet, but I seen the videos, I seen the pictures, I heard the stories. I spent some time with Quinton. Let me see. I had some time with Quinton, and he was telling us how everything works, what he's doing for his team, what he's doing for his business, and I can't wait. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to see you guys here. I can't wait to throw this event, do this event. Let me tell you, this is the first time we're gonna do anything like this, but I'm excited. I'm ready. And you guys know that when we do something, it's big and it's gonna be amazing, guys. This is, you guys have no idea. And George is gonna go over a little bit of what we have planned. Not too much. I hope he doesn't say too much because we can't say too much yet. But let me tell you, it's gonna be insane. I don't think you ever gonna be to an event quite like this one. And if you guys use it the right way, and George is gonna go over it, and George is gonna explain the purpose of the games. And if you guys use it the right way, your business can really go to the next level. You guys can really grow, and your people can really grow. So I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to meet a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys I haven't met him yet. Haven't met you guys yet. So I can't wait to have you there. It's gonna be a too crazy day. It's gonna be an insane day. So I hope you guys are getting in shape. I hope you guys are working out. You guys gonna need you're gonna need a lot of strength. We have a lot of games planned for you guys, and we also have a party. We can't do an event and not have a freaking party. Okay, so don't worry. There's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of surprises. Let's just say there's gonna be a lot of surprises. We can't say the surprises yet, but there's gonna be crazy surprises. Um, and I think it's the first time they're gonna do that. We're gonna do something like this in Miami. This is gonna be good, guys. Yeah. So we have the website. If you guys haven't bought your tickets, please don't wait. The tickets will go up. You want to make sure you get your tickets before the prices go up. There you're gonna find the address of the place. We're actually gonna be sharing a couple places where you guys can stay. Uh, we're gonna find a couple hotels. But if you guys coming in a group, if you guys coming with a team, I recommend getting a house, a place to stay. It's easier. It builds more team bonding time. So I recommend you guys get like an Airbnb or something like that. That would be better for you guys. But we're gonna give you all that info. Uh, and guys, this is gonna be big. So let me see if George is ready. I think he's gonna start at 9:15. So guys, if you have any questions, please wait until the end. And if you're gonna ask questions, please make sure you ask it in the Q&A. Don't ask questions here in the chats because it'll get lost. The easiest way to ask questions, just type it in the Q&A. We're gonna be answering the questions. Lauren's gonna be in the background answering the questions, so don't worry. You guys will get to we get to answer as many questions as possible, and we also have the chats in Telegram that you guys can ask anything you guys want. Let me see what time it is. Please drop. Yep. Please drop your. Oh, so I guess George is ready.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Well, I'll leave you guys with George.
All right. Sorry for the delay on starting this. I had to run from our fit club, which we had a class running, and then run straight to the house. And then I got a brand new computer, which me and technology don't really get along, and me and computers don't really get along. And so I got a brand new one, and I was trying to connect to Zoom, but anyway, couldn't download the app because I needed a password that I didn't have, and in order to retrieve the password, I needed a phone number which I no longer use. Long story short, whole mission, couldn't download Zoom, couldn't connect, so I had to go find a different phone to connect, and here I am. And in the meantime, I was writing down some notes and doing some brainstorming on some of the things that I want to talk to you about. But here we are. We're gonna make it happen. Thank you guys for connecting. How many people do we have connected? Do we have number 255? Okay. Um, all right, cool. So I'm sure is this guys, are we did we make sure this call is being recorded so that it can be shared later on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's being recorded. Great. All right, so in the end, you're gonna have the opportunity to ask some questions. I know there's a lot of questions, but the biggest thing is that um most of my guys here, there's people connected from around the world. But if you're not European, you probably don't really know a whole lot about what the games are, the 24 games, and you probably don't really understand what they're meant to do and what's meant to happen and what the purpose is. So the purpose of this call is to explain the purpose of the games because everything we do must have a purpose. And everything we do always has a purpose. And the games, besides being a blast and being fun, they also have a purpose, a business building purpose, and that's what I want you guys to understand. Because us here on this side of the world, we don't really understand this much, and it's important that we understand it. I didn't understand much of it until about maybe 6 months ago. I've always seen what Quinton did on its Instagram, but I didn't really understand what it was all about. And it wasn't until spending about a week in France with Quinton and with the team that I understood exactly what these games were about and that I learned a little bit more about them. And then that was when the idea came up of maybe bringing the games to Miami, where we could have basically the whole world participating and competing. So I learned more about the games, but I still couldn't really visualize it. And so recently, I went to a smaller version of the games, which was in Ghent, Belgium. Recently just happened. And man, what an experience. It was an unbelievable experience. I got to see firsthand what was going on. I got to spend time with some amazing people, and I got to see, uh, what the games were all about. And it was the most exciting thing probably I've ever seen in our life. It was the most exciting event, an environment that I've ever been a part of in my time in our life. I've never seen anything like it. And it's I forget who it was, but I think it was the founder of Uber or the founder of Airbnb or one of these guys. He said, how was it that he said it? He said, you can't stop an idea whose time has come. You can't stop an idea whose time has come. And the games is basically an idea, a movement whose time has come because fitness uh, is changing. Health and fitness is changing, and health and fitness more and more is moving into a different direction. Health and fitness more and more is turning into something a lot different and a lot more fun. So I want to play a quick audio. I'm going to play audio because I'm not going to try to freaking screen share, or because this can be a mission. Maybe I can. I don't know. No, I don't even have an Instagram. I don't know this thing. I'll just play an audio, and hopefully you guys can hear it, and then I'll continue after that. But this will give you guys a quick understanding. This is a video. In the video, they're showing different workout events, and then the audio they're describing what the events are about and how this evolution is happening. So hopefully you can hear it. Fitness events are starting to feel more like Coachella and less like a gym class. We're seeing a real shift in fitness and wellness events. It's less about treadmills and more about creating an experience. Take Diplo's Run Club. What started as a couple city runs has now expanded across the country, mixing running, wellness, and full-on parties. Or look at Running Man, which is literally branded as the Fitness and Wellness Festival. Thousands of people gather for workouts, a race, DJs, and community. It looks more like a music festival than a fitness event. And even big festivals like Stagecoach are jumping in, hosting brand activations like Recovery Rodeo with Plunge, bringing wellness and recovery into the mix between concerts. This is a growing trend. Fitness, wellness, and entertainment are blending together. And honestly, it makes staying active way more fun. Fitness events are starting to feel more like Coachella. All right, so you get the point. The point is Herbalife is changing. They're moving into the future. We have all of these new technologies coming out with protocol and all these different things. And so, we have to create movements that match the evolution of the company and the evolution of fitness. We always have to stay ahead of trends. We can't fall behind. And so the 24 games is not just an attempt to doing this, but is a proven successful way to do this. I want to share something else with you guys. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Hyrox. If you're not, I'm sure you've heard of the CrossFit Games. So the CrossFit Games are a big thing in the past. The CrossFit Games, actually, CrossFit is losing steam. And I think that part of the reason why CrossFit is losing steam and is becoming less and less popular, and I'm sorry if you're a CrossFitter out there, but CrossFit is becoming less and less popular every day. And Hyrox is actually kicking CrossFit's ass. And I think part of the reason for that is because, maybe they've made it all about fitness and working out really hard and not really about fun and having a party and having fun. And Hyrox has really figured this out. I want to share some things with you about Hyrox. Hyrox, if you don't know what it is basically is a fitness competition. Think of it as the CrossFit Games, but it's a lot more fun, a lot more dynamic, a lot less demanding, and a lot less prone to injury, like CrossFit. And it's just a lot more attractive and exciting, in my opinion, than the CrossFit Games. It's become very popular. It started in Germany back in 2017, and it rapidly became a global fitness phenomenon. It's everywhere now. Hyrox just had a massive competition here in Miami. There was people here from all over the world. I met some girls that were from Canada. I met some dudes from other countries. Hyrox has taken over, and if you don't know what it is, look it up. It's Hyrox. I found out about it maybe 2 months ago. Maybe some of you have already done competitions, but the point is, just to give you an idea, Hyrox in 2022, in the 2022-2023 season, they had about 90,000 athletes who participated, who competed in Hyrox events. In the 2024 and 2025 season, okay, so a year later, Hyrox projects more than 550,000 participants across 80 global races. Okay. And in 2025, Hyrox is anticipating about 650,000 participants worldwide. So they went from 90,000 in 2022 to 2023 season. Then in 2023, 2024, they went to 210,000. And now in 2025, they're expecting 650,000. So the growth just keeps multiplying year after year. It shows how popular it is, how fast it's expanding. It's been in over 85 different cities in more than 30 countries. In Europe, North America, the Middle East, and Asia. It's all over the world, and it's only been out for a few years, and it's only really become popular in the last 2 to 3 years, and it's taking over. Why? Because, again, you can't stop an idea whose time has come. 24 games is our version of Hyrox. It's our version of all of this, of these movements that are taking fitness into the future. But it's our version designed in a way uh, that's going to help us build our business, because we're not just doing this for fun. Okay, we're not doing this just to compete. We're doing this for different reasons. Okay, and ultimately, what we want out of this is to help to build our businesses. And so, listen, Hyrox is great, but Hyrox, actually, I have a downline who's like fourth line to me, who's ranked like number 15 in the world for his category in Hyrox. He makes no money from Hyrox. Okay. So Hyrox is very cool, but even the top Hyrox athletes don't make any money. Maybe they have a sponsorship from, and they get a couple supplements here and there, and they have a couple other sponsorships that maybe sends them some clothing, but they're not really making any kind of real money. Okay. So Hyrox is great. You could do it, win, whatever, but cool. Good job. Good for you. You're not making any money from it. The difference between us and Hyrox is that here, if you understand how to build it, we can actually make money from having fun and from these games and from fitness and from all of this. And so, yeah, as fast as Hyrox is growing and as cool as it is and as popular as it is, it's great. But the people doing it are not making any money. 24 games, we can utilize them to actually make money. Okay. So what we do actually has a purpose, because here with the 24 games, if you build a team, you can actually start to build some income. You can start to make some money. And so we get to do a lot of the same things, have fun, compete, um, you know, do our absolute best and give our absolute best in a competitive environment, but we could also utilize that competitive environment to build teams. I'll share some with you some of the things that I saw when I went to Belgium recently to watch the 24 games. I watched people give their all in a way that I have never seen in our life. Of course, they were doing it for sports, they were doing it for the competition, but it was something I had never seen. Um, I saw people rooting each other on in a way I had never seen. I saw people supporting each other in a way that I had never seen. And by the way, some of the people that were in these teams were not necessarily in the same organizations. I saw people motivate each other and support each other and uplift each other and inspire each other in ways I have never seen um, in Herbalife before. I saw people fiercely competing against each other in a way, but healthy competition in a way that I had never seen before. I saw people fight through injuries. I saw people fall down and get back up like I've never seen before in the business. And what I saw at the end of the competition is that I saw bonds being created in a matter of a couple of hours that I have never seen in our life. And in fact, I went later on and I talked to some of the people that were in different teams, and there were some teams of people that had just met that day. And what I heard from all of them is we created bonds in those teams, and the camaraderie that we built in those teams with people that we had just met was unreal. It was unbelievable. And so that's great. But now imagine if you could have those same bonds and you could build those same relationships and you could create that same camaraderie with people that you bring from your own team. Okay. And so for me, one of the very first things that I want to point out that the 24 games is going to do for you and for your team is that the 24 games is going to allow you to build bonds, relationships, and camaraderie with your team like nothing else you'll ever do. There's something that happens when you fight together. There's something that happens when you sweat together. There's something that happens when you struggle together. There's something that happens when you're in the trenches together that makes teams come together in a way that you can't do it with anything else. There's something that happens. There's a trust that is developed. There's relationships that are created. There's bonds that are made that I have never seen people do in any other way. There's just something magical that happens when you sweat together and when you're in the trenches together that makes this really special. And so, if you want to build some long lasting relationships, if you want to build some long lasting camaraderie, if you want to build some long lasting bonds with your team members, there's no better environment to do it in. The games will take your team relationships to another level. Okay. And relationships is really the backbone of our business. We build our business by building relationships. Okay. And so there's no better opportunity to build incredible relationships with your team than the 24 games. So that's for me, that is the first reason why you want to come out here. Now, there's other reasons that I've kind of realized over time that are important and that the 24 games are actually great with, or reasons why you should be here and why this could help your business. Sorry, I got to kill this gallon today. All right. And the first thing, see, I think it helps with all aspects of the business, actually. And maybe I should have mentioned the camaraderie part last, because if I go in order, I think it helps with all aspects of the business. So number one, and I saw this firsthand. What are some of the first things that we have to do in business? Well, if we want to build a business, the first thing we have to learn to do is we have to learn to prospect, and we have to become efficient at prospecting, and we have to become attractive at prospecting, and we have to become, you know, skilled at prospecting. And when we prospect, well, if we had the more tools that we have at our disposal when prospecting, the more successful, man, look at that bicep vein, the more successful that we're going to be at prospecting. And so, what I saw firsthand when I spent a week with Quentin in France is that he uses the 24 games as a prospecting tool. Because when you come to the 24 games and you compete in the 24 games, you're going to have some badass, crazy, uh, you know, exciting content that you're going to gather from the 24 games, from being there. Okay. You're going to have pictures, you're going to have videos, you're going to have all kinds of content. And that content, you take it back home with you. And I'm going to tell you what I saw Quentin do in many different occasions. Quentin would approach prospects because Quentin is a beast. He just talks to people everywhere. Okay, which all of you guys should be doing as well. And but see, it was so easy because he would just approach people, and of course he would select people. When he was approaching people, he would select people that looked the part. He would select people that he could relate to. He would select people that he could see that maybe would be interested or had some interest in health and fitness. Because listen, these are the people we're looking for our business. We want people who at least have an interest for health and fitness because that's what we do. Okay, and so when he would prospect, he would say things like he would approach people who would say things like, "Hey man, you look like you love working out. You're in good shape." And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I work out." He's like, "Bro, let me show you this. Look at these 24 games that we got." So we run massive challenges and we have these games. And he would just show them videos of the games. And the people would all be like, "Oh my God, that's badass. How do I join that? Or how do I do that? Or when is the next one? Or how do I do?" Bro, give me your number and we'll talk about it later. We have some games coming up later on this year. Let's talk about it later and I'll tell you all about what we do and how you can be a part of the next games. And he would use it as a recruiting tool. And I never saw, out of all the people that he approached, using that strategy, I never saw anybody say, "No, I'm not interested." Everybody would like, "Oh my God, that's badass. How do I become a part of that? Or tell me more." And so, number one, the first thing we need in the business is we need to learn how to prospect it, and we need some tools that will make prospecting easier for us and prospecting more attractive for us. Well, the 24 games are going to make prospecting more attractive for you. If you have that footage, if you have that content, and if you're in that content, one thing is showing footage with other people. Another thing is showing footage of you competing. Oh, let me tell you about these 24 games that I was just part of. Hyrox? Yeah, I know Hyrox. Well, let me tell you about our games. We got this thing called the 24 games, similar to Hyrox, but for us, we use teams, which makes it more exciting. Hyrox, they have duels, so it's like basically you and somebody else, or individuals, but they don't really have teams like we have. And so this makes it very, very interesting. And so he would use it as a prospecting tool. So number one, the first thing that we need in the business, we need to learn how to prospect. This can be, this can assist you in prospecting, and it makes prospecting so much more attractive and so much more easy. I saw him do it left and right, and there was not one person that was like, "No, I'm not interested." Everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's badass. That's so cool. When are the next ones?" Obviously, if you're approaching the right people, which we should all be targeting, the right people. Okay, so that's the first thing that it helps with prospecting, which is the first thing we need to learn how to do in the business. Okay, the next thing that it helps with is to if you had people that maybe were interested in the business, so people that you already prospected. So the first thing is we prospect. Then we have to convert those prospects into either customers or distributors or challengers or coaches, whatever you want to call it. So after we prospect, we have to convert. And the 24 games could be a good tool if you want to convert. If you have, for example, people that are on the fence about joining or not, well, get them to come out to the 24 games with you, especially if you have coaches or potential coaches, trainers, people who are gym owners, people who are in the space, but they're on the fence. Just say, hey, listen, come participate in these things, 24 games. It's unbelievable. Look at these videos, whatever. Come join me. I got one more person that I need in my team. Come join me. Well, a lot of those prospects that were maybe on the fence, after they come to the games and they see the vibe and they see the energy and they get to meet other coaches and they get to be exposed to other testimonials. Well, listen, guys, the 24 games becomes a massive HOM. It becomes an HOM on steroids. Okay. The 24 games is an HOM on steroids, but it's a health and fitness HOM on steroids. It's the most attractive HOM for health and fitness people you could ever possibly take them to. And so if you already prospected, but maybe you got some prospects that are on their fence and you need some help with converting them, good prospects, big potentials, big fish that you need some help converting, bring them to the 24 games. And listen, it's going to be very difficult for them to say no at that point. It's going to be very difficult for them to not become interested in the movements that they're going to be a part of. Okay, because it's no longer just about a business opportunity. It's no longer just about the Herbalife marketing plan. It's no longer just about Herbalife or the challenge or whatever it is. No, it's something much bigger. It's an entire movement that they're going to want to be a part of, and they're not going to want to miss out. And so we prospect, then we convert those prospects into customers or distributors, especially distributors. We all need to start focusing and thinking about recruitment, getting distributors, getting good quality distributors. Well, the 24 games, if you have good prospects that are maybe difficult prospects that are on the fence, the 24 games could be the thing that gets them over the edge across the fence. Okay. So for prospecting, this could be a huge tool for you to use as a conversion tool to turn your prospects into.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I think for some reason it got disconnected. Let's give it a couple minutes. We'll get him back. Don't worry, we'll get him back. It'll be fine. We'll get him back. Don't be don't don't get don't get sad. So far, what do you guys think? What do you guys think so far? Let me make sure. Amazing, right? Give me 1 second.
All right, I don't know what the hell happened there.
Okay, it's back. It's back. Okay.
I'm back. All right, so I was mentioning it could be a great tool to turn prospects that are on the fence into actual distributors. We got to start thinking about recruiting. We got to start thinking about building teams, building teams, building teams, building teams. Okay. But then the third thing that is going to help you with is exactly what I just mentioned. It's going to help you to build teams. Okay. So here's what I want you guys thinking of. I don't want you guys thinking of just coming to the 24 games just to come. I want you guys thinking of coming to the 24 games, but coming with teams. How many teams are you actually going to bring to the 24 games? How many teams of 10 are you bringing to the 24 games? One team, two teams. Listen, the more teams you bring to the 24 games, the higher your growth potential will be. Just to give you an idea, if we bring one team, okay, you got one team captain, or you're the team captain, and you bring one team of 10 distributors, okay, distributors. You bring one team of 10 distributors, and you're let's say you're new in the business or you're not. Let's say you bring one team and you got a team captain and then he's got another 9 people. Okay. That team captain is very likely gonna be, active supervisor world team, and is very likely gonna be a future active world team. If you got one guy that's coming with 10 people, okay, and and he's the captain and he's leading that team, this guy is probably going to be somebody who's going to be hitting active world team in the near future if he's got 10 people coming with them. You could use this as a motivation piece to get people to recruit. Quentin was telling me earlier, I was on the phone with him. He's like, I got a brand new guy. Okay. And this guy, I got a brand new guy, and this guy just signed up like last month. And all he's thinking about is building his team for the 24 games. That's all he's thinking about. But by doing that, he's automatically building the business by focusing on building a team. And by the way, it's very attractive. It's very attractive to recruit people to join your team to participate in this competition that's going to be massive, that's going to be crazy. Okay, so it's very attractive. It's very easy. So he's using that. He's using the 24 games to go out and recruit people to then make him a part of his team so that then they can later compete in the 24 games. And this guy's brand new. He's already got one team of 10 complete. He's working on building another team of 10 to take at least two teams. And if you got somebody like that that's taking two teams, that person is for sure a future get team. For sure. If you bring in two teams, you're a future get team and beyond. You're a future get team in the near future if you bring in two teams. And so the amount of teams that you bring could directly be correlated to the growth that you have in the business and the level that you achieve in the business. So if you use this as a recruiting tool, you could bring people into the business and say, hey, listen, we got this competition. How many teams do you want to bring? Can you get one team together of 10? Can you get one team together? Can you find 10 people that want to become distributors, that want to do the business, and that who want to join this competition and be part of your team? And by the way, the competition could be the way in. That could be the door opener. And then the business happens as a consequence. And so you could use this not only to prospects, you can use it not only to convert those prospects into customers, but especially distributors.
Okay, sorry guys. When George says he's not good with technology,
All right, Zoom is not cooperating with me today.
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's just kicking me out. It doesn't like me today. So let me go back. You can use this to prospects. You can use this to help convert some of those prospects that are on the fence into distributors. That should be the focus. But then you could also use it as an excuse to go get more distributors and turn those distributors into actual team members and growing the marketing plan. And then finally, once you got those distributors and you bring them in and you bring them to the games with you, then the games will actually help you to build bonds, relationships, and have camaraderie with that team in a very short amount of time. It would accelerate the camaraderie process and the relationship building process. It will accelerate it and will make it much faster than you would be able to do it on your own over time. And so it hits all the components that we need in order to build a business and to build a massive, successful business. Because ultimately, guys, this business is about teams. This business is about people. This business is about relationships. This business is about being attractive for the marketplace. And the 24 games hits every single one of these slots. And by the way, when you go there and you come back and you have all this footage and you have all this stuff and you show this to people, it's going to be very difficult for people to say that what you're doing is not cool. It'll elevate the cool factor of your business. It'll elevate the cool factor of what you're doing. It'll elevate the cool factor of Herbalife and everything else to another level. And so this helps to elevate us, helps to elevate our personal brands, but it helps to elevate the Herbalife brand overall. And here's the way that I see it. Quentin already got this movement started in Europe. Actually, the ones that just happened in Belgium, they were sponsored by the company. Actually, the company in Europe were the ones that put them together. And what I envision is we start here in Miami, we make some noise, but we need a lot of people in order to make noise. We got to get the company's attention. But we make some noise, and if we make enough noise and we get the company's attention, this could be something that eventually ends up turning into something that happens at extravaganzas. Now imagine extravaganza, 20,000 people, and out of the 20,000, you got 10,000 people participating in the 24 games at extravaganza. And maybe on one of the days at extravaganza, instead of being a boring training or whatever it is, or I don't know what, you know, we have half of the day maybe, or one full day of 24 games with 10,000 people. I don't even know how logistically we make that happen, but we can make it happen. If there's enough money, we can make anything happen. But imagine that at extravaganza, now you can invite people and get people to extravaganza, and you could pitch the 24 games at extravaganza. In every extravaganza around the world, there's a 24 games, and there's 10,000 people, 5,000 people, 2,000 people participating in these 24 games at every extravaganza. And we have a healthy, active lifestyle showcase, and there's products. And by the way, here there'll be products. It'll be the whole thing. So it's branding, it's products, it's something that can help to elevate Herbalife and take Herbalife to another level, in attraction and how cool it is and how recognized it is. With protocol and all that, it just all ties in together. So my vision is to make enough noise here in Miami to get the company's attention and to get the conversation going about maybe, just maybe, in the future, having 24 games at every extravaganza with thousands and thousands of people, all looking shredded, all looking fit, all branded out the right way, and all representing, um, and basically giving Hyrox a run for their money, but in a much better way, in a much more attractive way, and in a way in which we all, yeah, we have fun, we compete, but we make money at the same time. This is next level stuff, guys. I'm very excited. I went to the location the other day. We rented out a complex. Okay, it's like it's a small mansion in Miami. It's a complex. We got a 5 acre property all to ourselves. It's private. We're gonna have a massive stage with a DJ all day. We're gonna have parties. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have water events. We're gonna have a recovery bar. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff. We're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have cold plunges. We're gonna have listen. It's gonna be next level. And so I hope to see you there. I hope you're a part of the future because this is going to be uh, moving us further into the future. And so, if you want to be a part of the future, you're going to be at the 24 games, and you're going to be there, and you're going to show up in your best shape ever. You're going to show up with your best conditioning ever. You're going to show up with a team of people. You're going to represent. You're going to lead by example. You're going to show them, how well the products work. You're going to show them how well the products help to recover. You're going to show them how well the business works. And you're going to take your business to another level using this as a tool, as a hook, as a perk, as whatever you want to use it for. You could have promotions for your team. You could build a mini retreat around the games. You could do all kinds of stuff with your team to get them out here. It's going to be a blast, but it's only going to be a blast for those that are here, for those that understand how to utilize it, for those that actually take it serious, make the best of it, and bring the most amount of people possible. I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer, and I hope to see you there. We can open it up for questions now. That's pretty much all I had for you guys. I hope it was clear and easy to understand. Sorry for all the hiccups and for all the disconnections. I don't know what's going on with my Zoom. But Octavio, how are we going to do the question thing?
Okay, so we do the questions in the Q&A. Let me see. I think Lauren's been answering a lot of the questions.
All right, I'm going to step away for a second. Octavio, take over for a second. I'm drinking all that water. It's making me pee every 10 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay, Octavio, we can answer a couple.
Yeah, we can start Q&A.
Your mic, your audio is low.
Oh, okay, got it. Now,
okay,
better?
helps. Yes.
Okay, so the first one we have here is, what are the competition levels? Will there be different levels? So there'll be different exercises. Well, Lawrence is typing already.
Okay, so it's going to be a total of 6 different exercises that your teams of 10 will be completing together as a team. It will be based on a point system. And of the 10 of you on your team, those 6
Lauren, sorry to interrupt, guys. Lauren, we are not 100% sure how many exercises will be yet.
Okay.
So it's not 6. It's probably going to be more than 6 because we're probably going to have more people. And
Yep.
so I wouldn't get into the specifics of the exercises because that's something that we have to iron out with Quentin, and we have to figure out all the details about that with Quentin. We have a follow-up call with Quentin probably next week to start talking about some of these exercises. And so we don't really have any details of the actual exercises yet, guys.
There'll be more info coming, guys. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
there's more info coming on that. So stay patient.
Okay. So this one in Spanish aquí. Cada participante de mi equipo tiene que inscribirse. Yes. Let me say it in English. They can translate it. So she's asking if every participant in her team needs to, I guess, buy a ticket. And yes, guys, everyone needs to buy a ticket. I mean, it's only fair for everyone to buy a ticket. If I only have 7 people, would there be assistant to be? So don't worry if you don't have enough people for the teams. It'll be okay. There's gonna be a lot of people there that don't have enough people for their teams, so you guys can get together there. And maybe what we can do, you know what, Lauren? Maybe we can do some kind of chats for the games where people can actually start talking and they can start creating things within the chats. Maybe that's a good idea.
Yes, we can address that in May.
Yep.
So everyone needs to purchase their own individual ticket, whether you're already associated to a team that's established now or you want to come individually. We will have more than enough to be able to create multiple teams. For those that arrive one-offs, two-offs, you bring 3, 4. But if you'd like to try and collaborate beforehand to create a team, like let's say you're all from New York, there's 4 of you in one place and 6 of you in another, and you want to be a New York team, we can make that happen.
Yes.
But that all needs to be done. I will put a cutoff to that 1 week before the games start.
Okay, so will there be any games in New York? Well, maybe one day. we want to keep doing this at least once a year. We'll see. We'll let you guys know. If we have another one, maybe we announce it at the games. So you got to be there to know. Okay, so Alex Pacheco. Hi, George. Greeting from Mexico. My question is, do the 10 people have to be coaches from the same lineage, or can they be different lines? Guys, actually, no, they can be from different organizations, and actually, they don't even have to be Herbalife distributors. Guys, the whole point of this, just like George was saying, this is a recruiting tool. Me personally, if I will find people that like fitness, that maybe they're thinking about doing the business, or I talk to them, or maybe I haven't talked to them, but they love fitness. I will invite them to the games, and then be part of my team. Once they go in there and they see everything that is going on, that, like, trust me, they're gonna sign
Yeah,
up.
guys.
There's
I
no
mean,
way
there's
they're not gonna
exactly what
sign
I
up.
explained. It's exactly what I explained. You can have people that are going to show up that are not distributors, but maybe you take them because maybe they're somewhat interested, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet. This could be a perfect exposure. This becomes a massive HOM. I explained this. It becomes an HOM on steroids for 2 days. For 2 days. So if you got prospects that maybe are thinking about it or not sure, you just get them to come to the games. It's fun. Don't even pitch it about the business. Just say, hey, come. I need an extra person in my team. And by the way, yeah, you're going to be able to partner up with other teams and with people from other organizations. But the most effective way to do it, the best way to do it to build your business, your Herbalife business, is to listen. If you're missing 3 people, you got time to find 3 people to bring them to the games with you, whether they're prospects or they're new distributors. So yeah, ultimately at the end, we can partner you up with other people. But the best way to do it would be to bring your own team, because imagine now, you got your own team with your own distributors. You guys have a team name. You're working towards the same purpose. You're building relationships. Look, you're going to build relationships either way. It's better to build relationships with your future diamonds or future distributors. You get what I mean? So yeah, we can partner you up. You're going to be able to team up with other teams. But the best way to do it is to have your own team from your own organization.
So what are the qualifications? There's no qualification. All you have to do is just get a ticket. There's no qualifications.
No, for the teams, we will have qualifications just for the amount of people. It's required to be 10, and there will be a specific amount of men and women.
What do you mean? What do you mean qualifications, Lauren?
So it's a team of 10. No. That's qualification for entry. So that's it. You just have to have your ticket and be in the team. That's it. So there's really no qualification.
There's no requisites for entry.
We're non-distributor available to participate. Yeah, we already answered that one. People, the people of the team have to be distributors. Should be. We already answered that. Let me see what else. What else? Do you guys recommend areas? Stay in Miami. Yeah, we're gonna recommend a couple of hotels, but I recommend guys to get a house or a place where you can stay. It's better than staying in a hotel. And if you're going with a team, it's better to just bond and stay together. Uh, could we have content so we can share? Yes, we're gonna start sharing a lot of content. Then you guys can share the content too. Yeah, we're gonna be sharing the area. So you guys actually in the tickets, when you buy the tickets, it has the address of the place. We're gonna give you some recommendations, but you can look up the area.
Guys, here's the thing about the area. Okay, here's what I'll tell you. This is because it's a big property. It's a little bit secluded down south in Miami. Okay, so this is not an area where there's anything around where you're gonna find a hotel. Um, the nearest like nice area in Miami is probably 20-25 minutes away. And so, it depends. If you want to stay downtown Miami, you're looking at like a 45-minute drive. If you want to stay, in Miami Beach, you're looking at like probably a 50 minute to an hour drive, depending on traffic.
Yep.
If you want to stay closer to the location, like I live in an area called South Miami, which is still a nice area, but it's a little bit closer. I'm about 25 minutes away, 25 to 30 minutes away from the location, and there's some nice hotels also around my area. That would probably be the closest nice area to the games. Would be probably near where I live, which is about 25 minutes away, 25 to 30 minutes away, depending on traffic. Um, I know some of you, maybe are going to be renting cars. A lot of you are going to be moving around in Ubers. It's probably best if you move around in Ubers. We do have parking at the location, but we can't fit 500 cars. It's a big parking lot, but it's probably going to be a lot easier for you if you just Uber yourself there, or you carpool. And if you have a car, no problem. We have plenty of space for cars, but just whatever's more convenient for you.
Can people buy tickets and be present and not compete? Yeah, guys, you guys can go. If you don't want to compete, it's fine. Actually, if you guys want to help, we're gonna need a lot of help. So if you guys want to come and you want to help, by all means, we're always looking for help.
Also, if just because you're not competing doesn't mean you can't go. Why? Because it's not just the games. We're gonna have other things there. We're gonna have like an outdoor kind of gym thing, or even if you're not competing, you could be working out outdoors. You could be getting a workout, getting content. We're gonna have recovery areas with cold plunges and all kinds of activities. We're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have food trucks. It's not just gonna be about the competition, the people competing. It's going to be a whole event with other things that you can be a part of and that you can do while the competition is happening. There's going to be party, like it's think of it as like a fitness festival. And yes, there's some people competing, but there's going to be a lot of other stuff happening at the same time.
En los games van a presentar algún HOM. The games es el HOM. The games is the actual HOM. If you want to look at it that way, we're not going to have like a proper, I guess, like
no, there's no
HOM. There's not going to be that.
There's no HOM, guys. But look, all of you guys know the business enough to understand the power of cross coaching. And introducing people to the right people. That's the best HOM you could ever do. It's way more powerful than here's Mark Hughes and his grandmother in 1980 and whatever.
Can I invite friends? Guys, we got people coming from all over the world. It doesn't matter where you live. You can still come. It's open to anyone. So it's no problem. Let's see, your game will be in the US. Guys, so the idea, we're gonna start in Miami. This doesn't mean we're gonna stop in Miami. There's gonna be different places that we can do this. So the first one is gonna be the first one is not in Miami. Quentin has been doing this, but we want to do the games more, at least once a year. That's the idea, and it's not always gonna be in Miami. We're gonna find different places. So stay tuned. We might let you guys know what the next one is gonna be at the event, but you have to show up. You have to be there.
100%. We have some cool ideas for next ones, but
Yeah. ¿Cómo se registra la gente por equipo? Okay, so as we get closer to the games, we're gonna create a website or like some place where you're gonna be able to register your team, where your people, the name of the team, and the name of your people. Vamos a hacer uno primero. I don't know what that one means. I think we're good. Okay, bro. I think we answered all of them. I think we're all good. I think there's no more questions.
if you guys have any more questions, you can head to the website. It's called
Yep.
wedo24games.com. You'll be able to see some videos there, get a little bit more of a visual of what it's all about. And then there's a frequently asked questions area on the website that you can also refer to.
There's also, guys, there's also like actual clothing for the event. So it's on the website, if I'm not mistaken. We have different
You're gonna be able to get gear, all kinds of stuff. At the event we'll have like a recovery bar where you're gonna be able to get 24 line products and all that stuff. It's gonna be the most attractive way, I think, to expose anybody to Herbalife.
in the meantime from now until the games, what do? You train. Keep training.
What do you do? Get in shape. I don't know. Work
Keep
out.
training. Keep working out.
Recruit some people. Get some more people to come with you. That's what you do.
When would it happen in India? One day. What was the we'll share the website again, so you guys will share the link. Actually, it's in the chats, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's we do
24games.com. Okay, so I think we're good, bro. I don't think there's any more questions. I don't know if you want to say anything else before closing.
What I'll say is, listen, guys, the question is not are you coming? The question is how many people are you bringing with you? How many teams are you going to put together? You're going to bring with you? I'm telling you, the people that will have the most growth in the business are going to be the people that bring the most teams from their own or from their own organization. And if you don't have a team of your own, if you don't have a complete team of your own, no problem. Show up anyway. We'll partner you up with a different team. But if you can put together a couple of teams at least from your own organization, I'm telling you, you're going to be set up for growth. There's no way. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Y'all have a good night. Octavio, the regular We Do Transformations call is
no. So guys, because we did the call today, there was no reason to do a call tomorrow. So tomorrow is not going to be a call. Not until next week. We'll go back to the same Tuesday night calls. So, but tomorrow there's no call. No more calls for this week.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.
See you soon.